Convention City is playing host this week to the annual convocation of that great fraternal order, the Ancient and Honorable Order of Mammals, Subdivision Humans. Yeah! This great fraternal, militant, and burial society is celebrating, ladies and gentlemen, its 600,000th annual convention. Just elected as president for the ensuing term, Mr. George Antrobus of Excelsior, New Jersey, and his gracious and charming wife, every inch a mammal. Mr. Antrobus has had a long and checkered career. Credit has been given him for many useful enterprises, such as the lever, the wheel, and the brewing of beer. Oh yeah! Credit has also been extended to Mrs. Antrobus for many practical suggestions, including the hem, the gore, and this year's novelty, frying in oil. Now, before President Antrobus accepts his nomination, I have an important announcement to make. As many of you know, our many rival, or shall I say, concurrent orders, the wings, the fins, the shells, and so on and so forth, are hosting their annual conventions as well in various parts of the world. As a sign of goodwill, they have sent delegates to our own, two of a kind. Later in the day, we will show you President Antrobus broadcasting his words of wisdom to the collected assemblies of the whole natural world. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give you President Antrobus!
Fellow mammals, fellow vertebrates, fellow humans, I thank you. Little did my parents think when they told me to stand on my own 2 feet that I would arrive here. My friends, we have come a long way. It is perhaps not appropriate that in our week of happy celebration that we dwell on some of the difficult and hard times that we have come through. My friends, the ice has melted. Yeah! Pursued by every means within our power.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
In our memorial service yesterday, we did honor to all of those friends and relatives who are no longer with us by means of colds, plagues, earthquakes, and differences of opinion. As our bishop so ably said,
gone but not forgotten.
They are gone but not forgotten. My friends, I think I can predict, I think I can say with complete
confidence.
Thank you, my dear. With complete lack of confidence that a new day is about to dawn. My friends, the watchword of the closing year was work. Today I give you the watchword of the future. Enjoy yourselves. Oh yeah! I would like to answer one of those unjust and malicious accusations that was brought against me during this last electoral campaign. My friends, the charge was made that at various points in my career I leaned toward joining one of the rival orders. This is a lie. As I told a reporter of the Atlantic City Herald, I do not deny that a few weeks before my birth, I went back and forth between, well, field breathing and pin feathers. But I assure you, for the last 1,000,000 years, I have been viviparous, hairy, and diaphragmatic. Yeah.
It's very inspiring. Now, I'm sure our viewers would like to hear a few words from that gracious and charming mammal, Mrs. Antrobus, wife and mother, Mrs. Antrobus.
I really don't think I should say anything. After all, it was my husband who was elected and not I. Perhaps as president of the Women's Auxiliary Bed and Board Society, I have some notes here. Ah, where would they be? Here they are. I could give a short report on some of the committees that have been meeting here in this fine city. know that it has at last been determined that the tomato is edible. You all hear me? The tomato is edible! Delegates from across the sea have reported that the thread woven by the silkworm gives a cloth. I have a sample of it here. Can you see it? Smooth. Elastic. I should say it's rather attractive, though personally I prefer less shiny surfaces. Should the windows of a sleeping apartment be kept open or shut? It does seem to me that the night air should be unhealthy for our children, but there are distinguished authorities on both sides. I'm sure all mothers will follow our debates on this matter with great interest. Well, I could go on talking forever, but as Shakespeare says, a woman's work is seldom done, and I think I should join my husband in saying thank you and sit down. Thank you.
Oh, Mrs. Angelus. It is my understanding that you are about to celebrate a wedding anniversary. I'm sure our viewers would like to extend their felicitations and maybe even hear a few words from you on that subject.
Oh, yes. This fine gentleman has asked. Yes, dear friends, this spring Mr. Antrobus and I will be celebrating our 5,000th wedding anniversary. I don't know if I speak for my husband, but I can say that as for me, I regret every moment of it. Oh, I beg your pardon. What I mean to say is that I do not regret a single moment of it. I hope none of you catch my cold. We have two fine children. We've always had two children, though it hasn't always been the same two. As I say, we have two fine children, and we're very grateful for that. Each wedding anniversary reminds me of a time when there were no weddings. We had to crusade for marriage. Perhaps there are some women within the sound of my voice who remember that crusade and those struggles. We fought for it, didn't we? We chained ourselves to lampposts and made disturbances in the Senate. Anyway, at last we women got the ring. A few men helped us along the way. But I must say that most men blocked our way at every step. They said we were unfeminine. I only bring up these unpleasant memories because I see signs of backsliding from that great victory. Oh, dear man, just keep hold of that. My husband says the watchword for the year is enjoy yourselves. Well, I think that's very open to misunderstanding. My watchword for the year is save the family. It's held together for over 5,000 years. Save it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Antrobus. Now, we had hoped to show you the beauty contest that took place here earlier today, where President Antrobus, an experienced judge of pretty women, gave the title of Miss Atlantic City 2012 to our own Lily Sabina Fairweather, hostess of the Boardwalk Bingo Parlor. Unfortunately, we seem to be out of time. This is Joe Skinner, Atlantic City, signing off. Have a nice day, everyone.
My watchword for the coming year is save the family. I've together for over 5,000 years. Save it. Thank you.
Enjoy yourselves!
Well, I'll win the beauty contest of the whole world. I'll take President
go. It slipped away while you weren't looking, while you were asleep, while you were drunk. You're like our friends the anthropomorphs. You lie awake nights trying to know your past. What did it mean? What was it trying to tell you? Think. Split your heads. You can't tell the past, and neither can I. If anybody tries to tell you they can tell the past, take my word for it. They're charlatans. But I can tell the future. Melanoma. Nobody listens. I see a face among you now. I won't embarrass him by pointing him out, but listen, it may be you. Next year, the watch spring inside you will crumple up. Death by regret. Type Y. Avoid mirrors. It's in the corners of your mouth. You'll decide that you wanted to live for pleasure, but that you've missed it. Death by regret. Type Y. Avoid mirrors. You'll try to be angry, but no anger. Now what's the immediate future of our friends, the anthropomorphs? Oh, you know as well as I. That dizziness of the head, that great mad dizziness, the inventor of beer and gunpowder, the sudden fits of temper and the long stretches of inertia. I'm assaulted to let my slave girls fan me. You know as well as I what's coming. Rain! Rain in floods! But first you'll see shameful things. Shameful things. Very, very shameful things. Some of you will be saying, let him drown. Give the whole thing up. He's not worth saving. I can see it in your faces. But you're wrong. Keep your doubts and despairs to yourselves. Again, there'll be the narrow escape, the survival of a handful. From destruction, total destruction. Even of the animals, a few will be saved. Two of a kind, male and female. Two of a kind.
Charlatan?
Madam Killjoy?
Mrs. Jeremiah.
And you! Mark my words before it's too late. Where'll you be?
The croaking raven.
Gold dust and ashes.
Rags, bottles, sacks. Yes, stick out your tongues. You can't stick your tongues out far enough to lick the death sweat from your foreheads. It's too late to work now. Ban out the floods with your soup spoons. You've had your chance. You've had your day. You failed. You lost.
Enjoy yourselves!
They're coming, the anthropomorphs. Your despair. Yourselves.
Gladys Antrobus, stick your stomach in.
But it's easier this way.
Well, it's too bad the new president has such a clumsy daughter, that's all I can say.
Yeah, that's been said 100 billion times.
Goodness, where's your brother?
No.
Put your shoulders back. Don't stop.
I'll fight your eye. I'm gonna kill him. Now, I warn you. If you make me mad, you will get hurt.
Henry, what are you doing? Put down that slingshot.
Henry, behave yourself.
That's right, young man. There are too many people in the world as it is. Everyone's in the way except oneself.
All I wanted to do was have some fun. You get clean away and you get away fast. Nobody can touch me. Nobody.
What are you doing, Henry?
Everybody's always getting mad. Everybody's always trying to push you around. I'll make you sorry for this. I'll make you sorry.
Hand over that slingshot now.
I won't. I'm sorry I came to this place. I wish I weren't here. I wish I weren't anywhere.
Now, Henry, don't get so excited about nothing. Blessed me, I don't know what we're going to do with you. Now, you put your slingshot in your pocket and don't try to take hold of things that don't belong to you.
After this, you can stay home. I'd wash my hands of you.
Come now, let's forget all about it. Everybody, take a good deep breath of that sea air. And calm down. George, who was that man you just spoke to?
Oh, why, that was the candidate who ran against me.
The candidate who ran against you? My husband didn't speak to you, and he never will speak to you.
No, Maggie.
After all the lies you told about him in your election. Lies, that's what they were. Everybody's looking at you.
Everybody's laughing at you.
If you must know, my husband's a saint, a downright saint, and you're not fit to speak to him on the street.
No, Maggie, that's enough, Beth.
Oh, George Antibus, you're a perfect word. And if you won't stand up for yourself, then I will.
Mom, you just act awful in public.
Well, I must say that I enjoyed it. I feel much better. Wish his wife had been there to see it. Children, what do you want to do?
Mama, can we ride one of those roller chairs? Mama, Papa, I want to ride one of those roller chairs.
No, sir. If you're tired, you just sit right where you are. You have no money to spend on foolishness.
I think we have money enough to spend on something like that. It's just one of the things you do in Atlantic City.
Have we? I tell you, it's a miracle my children have shoes to stand up in.
We're on vacation, aren't we? I think we have a right to some treats. I swear, Maggie, one of these days you're just going to drive me crazy.
All right, go. I'll just sit here and laugh at you. You can give me my dollar right in my hand. Mark my words, a rainy day is coming. There's a rainy day ahead of us. I can feel it in my belly. Go on, throw your money around. I can starve. I've starved before. I know how.
Well, hello, George. I see you brought the whole family along.
What do you mean by that?
I tell you, Maggie, there's a limit to what I can take. God, haven't I worked enough? Don't I get any vacation?
Anyway, it's going to rain soon and you have your telecast to me.
Maggie, I warn you. You're driving me crazy. A man can only stay in a family for just so long.
Why, George, how can you say such a thing?